Always works out great. I've got loads of books, so let's get straight into it. Okay, first up we got the Letter Writer book and stationery set from Joshua Morris. And you open the box up just like a normal book, and inside you've got a book which helps you write letters. You've got an address book. You've got a place for placing all your stamps, and this neat little touch down here. You open up a little drawer, and it's got the ink and your own personal stamps. Now, Christmas is a time of activity, so don't be surprised to see a load of activity books, just like this one. Things that go sticker book, things that go by road, things that go in the sky, things that go by sea, or things that go in your garden. You can have loads of fun colouring in the pages or sticking in the stickers. Next, we got My First Christmas Activity book by Angela Wilkes. It's a step-by-step guide to making fun things for Christmas. Everything from potpourri, pomander, chocolates or bonbons, or even Christmas crackers. Darling Kindersley have come up with their own activity book, and it's called the Action Pack Pyramid Book, and explains to you all about the pyramids of ancient Egypt. It has models, games, books, and much, much more. Now, pop-up books, they remain a Christmas favourite ever. There's loads and loads of them. I picked out this one. It's called Snow White and the Other Fantastic Fairy Tales. Let's get through these. Okay, first of all, you got Snow White there. Got that one. We move along next to the Pied Piper of Hamelin, one of my favourite tales. Pied Piper leaving the kids away. Next, we got Beauty and the Beast. And finally, last but by no means least, we have Pinocchio. And each pop-up comes with its own little book, which you can see just there. Moving along now for the inquiring young and not so young, bit of a controversial book here. We have The Miracle of Birth, a fantastic see-through view of how a child develops. Watch in amazement as the child grows and develops in the mother's womb as you look through the book month by month as the page turns. Look at the brilliant diagrams, and it gives honest answers to all those tricky questions like the birds and the bees and that sort of thing. Now, personalised books are always a favourite, and they're in huge demand, and I've got a brilliant one for you here. It's called When I Grow Up, and it's from the Personalise It series, and I'll give you a read of this. Gaze in for a shock here. It was a beautiful sunny day in Dublin. More than anything else in the world, Gay Byrne, aged so many years, wanted to be outside playing with Frank McNamara. But today was a school day, and Gabo was in his classroom. Big awe from everyone. Oh. Now here's a book I just couldn't put down. It's called Catkin, and it's from Antonia Barber. And there's some beautiful illustrations in there from PJ Lynch. I'll show you a couple of them. There we go. Just look at that. I mean, I think illustrations can sometimes make a book as well. Now, I'll give you a tip about the story. It's Catkin. He's a small guy. He's so small he can fit on the palm of your hand. But that's not all. He goes out and he rescues a poor little girl named Carrie who was kidnapped by the powerful Lord of the Little People. You know, I've told you the plot. Now go out and buy the book. Did you ever wonder what Ireland was like 50 years ago? Well, if so, well, then this book is for you. Life in Ireland 50 years ago. And the special thing about this book is that it was written entirely by the primary school children of County Meath. They wrote the whole thing. They researched it. They asked their grandparents, their elderly neighbours, what life was like 50 years ago. I mean, they could have gone about it a much easier way. They should have just asked Frank McNamara. He was around at that time, and I heard his music was doing well at the time as well. Next up, we got one of the highly recommended books of the night. It's called Switchers from Kate Thompson. Now, it's absorbing and intriguing, a very unusual book. To restore the ecological balance, Tess and Kevin set about on a quest to defeat the powerful and evil force which is released when the world starts to freeze over. It's a romantic, adventure, determination and courageous book, and it's very good, and I highly recommend it. I give it about an 8 out of 10, and I'm very stingy with me marks. Next up, we got a very funny book. It's called Norbert Bear MD, and it's by Paul Carson. After reading the hilarious exploits of Norbert Bear MD and his faithful assistant Bamber Bear, a trip to the doctor will never be the same again. And it's slightly ironic that the author Paul Carson, he's a doctor as well, sort of slagging his own trade there. Now, in February, Ray Darcy, you know all him of Den TV, invited all the young viewers to imagine what life would be like in the 24th century. And the result, it was the MS Readathon Den TV anthology, which is Into the 24th Century. Like an episode of Star Trek. Okay, you got loads of kids writing brilliant stories with great imaginations, and the big thing is here, all the royalties from this book go to MS Readathon, so it's a worthy cause. Get out and buy it. Two other books which I just like to mention: Japanese Whispers by Ronnie Lampkin, that one there, and Dawn Flight by Pat Hines. They're both available on the Wolfhound Press, and I enjoyed reading them. Okay, we now move on to what I consider an essential in any household. It's the Kingfisher Child's World Encyclopedia. I mean, it's a fountain of knowledge. It has everything about plants, animals, space, science, everything you want to know, it's in this book right here. Now, the thing about Irish books is sometimes the parents don't know Irish, so they won't think that the kids want it. Well, I found a solution. It's called Scale to Seamus, and it's by Peadar O'Reilly. And the good thing about this, it comes in an English and an Irish version. It tells the story of two twins, Seamus and Sean, as they live in the Gaeltacht and minority area. It's out on audio cassette and in book form, and I believe there are plans for a CD-ROM version. Now, music videos, cassettes, all that thing, they're all very popular at Christmas time, and I found on here from Gailing 36 traditional songs for the whole family, and it's called A Historian. And I mean, it is for the whole family, because my little brother William, he's mad into Michael Jackson, and he was up late listening to this last night. Took me a while to get it off him, and I think I've saved the best for last. It's from the Tommy Comes to Life series, and it's called A Club for the Tiny Toons, or you may remember the Tiny Toons from Den TV, and I'll show you how it works. You pick up this little guy here called Tommy, and you stick it on the book. I'll have to do this sitting down. And what you do, you put it, match the arrows exactly for anyone who goes out and buy it, press the button, and just listen. And when you hear this American accent, it's deadly.
The bright sunshine of a Saturday morning warmed Acme Hill, high above Acme.
So you can just go on listening to that forever. I think I'll turn it off. But books, they're Books, they're a wonderful present for Christmas, and there's thousands of books out there, especially Irish writers. I mean, even as a stocking filler, get out and buy a load of books.
Well done, Kevin. Thank you very much indeed. Good boy. That's Kevin O'Connell.